Let's try and make you stay there. I can wedge my new tax cert underneath the lens to have you not pointing at the ground. Hello again. Welcome to the windy west of Ireland. Today I am back in Connemara for the first time since last summer. And I didn't actually realise that was the case until I was driving through Mayo and I saw the mountains ahead of me and I got that tingly feeling. So this is my first time back in Connemara since climbing all the mountains last summer. And today I am here to do Diamond Hill, which is a 84 metre hill in Connemara National Park. It is probably one of the most famous hikes you can do in Connemara that I have never done. I don't even know what the view from the top looks like. I have just heard so much about it, that it's a gorgeous hike, it's waymarked, it's about 7 kilometres long, and there's a trail, it's a proper trail the whole way. So I thought, why not go and do that for my sunny day out. Sunny, very, very windy. To get here, I drove across through Mayo and down the N59, which for a national road is so bumpy and twisty, but it has to be one of my all-time favourite roads to drive in Ireland. The views, coming towards Leenane and going down Killary Fjord, it's just incredible. I love it so much. But yeah, it's March, it's early March. There are quite a few cars here. So the winter season, I think, is officially ending. Spring is here. People are getting out again. But okay. Time to get moving. Okay, let's get ready. Those are not coming. Riveting content. Me fighting with my hiking boots to get them. Oh well, really, it's my socks. Fighting with my hiking socks to get them the way I like them. And that's what you all tune in for. Tough souls indeed. Okay. I am going to be too warm in 5 minutes. Jacket. So many hat options. I've got an addiction to hats, apparently. Later on, when you see me eating this sandwich, the little old lady who worked in the deli, I think when she realised I wasn't going to get a meat, and the last thing I'd asked her was for olives, she went so hard at the olives. This is an olive sandwich, which, hey, I'm not going to complain. I've already eaten half. It was tasty. You'll see the other half on the mountain or back in the car later. But made me smile. My super fancy lunchbox that is a Ziploc bag, but it doesn't take up too much space, so work with what you like. I will keep those. I'll keep the sunglasses because it's sunny. I'm gonna take the hand warmers. It is very windy. Yeah, you sure, why not? Why not? It's a 7k hike, why not bring absolutely everything? Okay. Now it really is time to get going. What I didn't prepare for today was the wind. There's a saying that I'm sure many of you have heard, that west is best. And I think the west coast really does have the most spectacular coastline and mountains I am in love with the whole west coast of Ireland. However, west is windy. And so very early on in this hike, I realised that I wasn't going to be able to film this hike normally, and to pull back the curtain, reveal the movie magic for a second, I film all these hikes with the tripod and with my camera on the tripod. The wind today was so bad that the tripod couldn't stand, and after my camera blew over 2 times at least, I refused to risk injuring it or damaging it any further. And so it was a case of some shaky handheld footage was going to be how I documented this trail, and a lot more phone video than I normally use. Holy moly, what a hike! So behind me you've got the 12 Bends of Connemara, and I am now down the far side of the summit of Diamond Hill. I do not expect anyone else to come along this side of the trail, because descending down in the wind we have today was testing. So everybody else, I'm pretty sure, turned back and went down the front way. I decided to just descend a couple of 100 meters, see if the wind, once I was off the top, if the wind was a bit more manageable, and it was. So I think it was right for the families to go back down the other side. But I wanted to kind of experience the whole trail. So yeah, just with life and commitments this week, today's the only day that I was going to get out and film and go for a hike, and seeing as it was dry, that was my main concern. I have so rarely experienced winds like this on kind of like a fun trail. So yeah, pretty much this is a super well-defined, built trail. It's kind of interesting. I guess Diamond Hill itself is one of the smaller hills you will find in Connemara. So it makes sense to have put in something approachable like this on one of the smaller hills where you get look at the mountains, where you get incredible views of the bends. Incredible views, oh my god. While still being on a trail. Yeah, what a day. So across Diamond Hill there is the blue half of the loop, which takes in the kind of lower hill and is a very, very approachable, accessible trails. The second half of the loop is the red loop, and that goes over Diamond Hill itself. And when you combine both of those trails in a roughly figure of 8 shape, you get about a 7-kilometre hike. All of the trail is very well defined and developed, so underfoot you know what you're going to have. You don't have to walk through any bog at any point. It's either set stone slabs or short stretches of boardwalk or gravel path. And I think this is one of those trails where the effort and the reward, it is a bit of effort, you are climbing at, let's say, 350 meters. So you're definitely working for the reward, but the view is gorgeous. You get to see out over the 12 bends, you get to see the coastline, and the trail is very well defined. So I feel like for the effort and level of the trail, the reward you get is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I would say this is somewhat of an entry level hike into getting into the kind of mountains more proper. It somewhat holds your hand the whole way. However, it is 7k of you being out in the open. It's very exposed, hence the wind problems today that I experienced. There's no bathrooms, there's no facilities. Like, you'd want to bring a bottle of water and a snack maybe, and budget 2 hours for the hike, depending on your fitness, maybe a bit less. So you're going to want to have your wits about you. I didn't need a rain jacket today, but I needed all of the layers because of the insane winds that I experienced up there. If you are doing this trail in a figure of 8 style, they have it waymarked that it is pretty much a one-way trail, which is pretty cool. I will say that most people I met did not follow the one-way route of the figure of 8, but that's for your own choice. Because it was so windy today, a lot of people descended the way they came up, which was less exposed to the wind, and especially for you kids, I really understood that. But the trail up over the top is the more difficult part, because it's easier to kind of navigate difficult terrain when you're climbing as opposed to when you're descending. So even though the wind was very strong on the top, I did descend the far side and came back around the bottom half of the loop, and that trail is built for descending, so very clear cut steps, and I could tell that was the intention. And then for the second half of the bottom loop, I followed what is marked as the bog road. So when you meet the big kind of stone at this 3-point junction, I descended down the gravel path, and it was a very, very leisurely walk from there back around down to the visitor centre. So yeah, I think I understand why it's such a famous trail. The visitor centre is right here. There's a coffee shop called The Hungry Hiker, I think. It's waymarked, lots of other people do it. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into. So I think it is a very good entry-level hike for this area. I really did love the views of the 12 Bends. Those are some of my favourite mountains, so that was a very nice moment for me. And yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our patrons for supporting our channel and making videos possible. And I will see you in our next video. Okay, bye!